Hey guys, and welcome to this week's video. This week has been a tough one. I mean, a real tough one. I have not been living this week. I have been in a depressive coma and just not really. Everything's muddled and I've just been a mess this whole week, really. For those who don't know, when you go through therapy, it's hard, you know. It is sort of like the ones you see on TV where it's like, how does this make you feel, and this and this and this. In therapy, you are opening a lot of doors that you slammed shut and locked a long time ago. You're not just opening them slightly, you are opening them wide, emptying everything out and getting rid of every single nook and cranny that's in there and cleaning it all out, and it's extremely hard. This week my therapy was, I don't know what happened. We talked about my early childhood, so about 17 years ago, I think we sort of focused on. And that was a long time ago. It brought back a lot of hard memories. I came out looking like I ran a marathon. It felt like I'd run a marathon. And that's sort of what it is. When you go to therapy and you analyse and you basically deal with all these crap things that have happened to you in your life, your brain feels like it's run a marathon of different emotions and you come out completely exhausted. And I came out in sort of shock. I was exhausted. I was in sort of shock of what I just talked about, and I've been a mess ever since. I've not really been into life. I've just lived this depressive sort of haze, and I'm slowly coming out of it. It's been hard to find something that'll snap me out of it and get me going again, and that is one thing that is hard, that when you open a door that you've shut closed, you live in that for what it can be, for weeks, it can be for a few days. You live in those emotions, all those emotions that you felt that you had slammed and shut away. That door's now open and all those emotions are back, and it's terrifying, it's scary, and it's very hard to snap yourself out of those emotions. So I have not been very good and happy this week, but I have needed a distraction this week, which was good for me in a way to sort of focus my mind on something other than how tough it's been for me. My mum got an iPhone for the first time ever. Her contract had run out, so she got a new phone. And for anyone who has an iPhone, the first time you get it, and for someone who, my mum isn't that technical, it's been hard to teach her everything, set up all these things, and so it's been good for my mind to be focused on something other than all these emotions that I don't want to think about. So that has been a really much needed distraction this week. But that's one thing you find out early on in therapy, is you can only put off the emotions for so long before they consume you. And it's true, I am being fully consumed by these emotions that I haven't felt in 17 years. So it's really hard to want to live, and by that I don't mean suicide way, I mean live a day. I have been, as I've been saying, in a depressive haze. I feel like a zombie. The days have just been muddled together. I couldn't tell you everything that happened a day, every single day. I've just been like a zombie, just walking through life this week. So that's what I mean by living a day. I just haven't been living a day. I saw a video yesterday posted by Tom Fletcher. Now, for anyone who doesn't know who he is from the band McFly and McBusted, and basically the YouTube sensation of his wedding speech and his baby video and everything like that. And I love that. I've always loved McFly and McBusted. I love their music and I love the band. And I love watching him and his family on YouTube. He did a video on inspiration, all kinds of inspiration, where he gets his inspiration from, and it inspired me. because I was putting off making this video because I just wasn't into it. I did not want to sit in front of a camera and then knowing that it was going to go on the internet and just, oh, I could not get the oomph to do it, and I just was not in the mood to film it. And I kept thinking in my head, oh, I'll film it tomorrow because I'll feel better tomorrow, but I felt worse, and then it was just me putting it off. And I knew that I needed something, some form of something, just to get me to do it. And watching that video, it really did inspire me to stop moping around. With any type of mental illness, it's hard to find and hold on to any sort of inspiration. And I have come to realise over the course of my mental illness that I don't get inspired at all. I used to, but barely any. I don't really get inspired at all lately. So this was sort of a shock to me. I have, like he was saying, that he has certain things that always inspire him, or he gets inspired by new things. And that's sort of me. I have my, people call them idols. I have Chris Colfer, as you go know, and Ellen DeGeneres. I love them both, and they always, with what they do and how talented they are and how just generally nice people they are, they always, I can always find great comfort in them, and they always somehow manage to inspire me. Even if it's just as simple enough to get up and live that day, that is something that I find incredibly hard to do, to live a day. So when someone can inspire me to be that, it is bloody hard to inspire me to do that. So it's great when I can find something like that. I also have other inspirations. I have you guys. Over the course of the whole support group of Sprinkle of Courage, I've heard a lot of your stories. I have heard happy ones that have ended happily. I've heard ones you're going through now, and I have heard very, very sad ones, and hearing what you guys are going through and how strong you guys are and how you're still fighting, or you fought it, or you're doing something for another family member or friend that's going through it, or anything like that, that gives me so much more inspiration to carry on, not only with my mental illness, but with this group, and to make it as best as it can be, and to do my best to get awareness out there so other people know about mental illness. And for me is a very big thing, is I definitely get inspiration from you guys. Also find, not inspiration, but sometimes comfort in music. I think a lot of people find comfort in music and maybe inspiration in music. I listen to a lot of music because, not only because I love music, but also because when I'm feeling anxious or anything like that, if I put music in, even if it's just one headphone, it sort of focuses my mind elsewhere, and that sort of gets me able to get out more without having panic attacks. And it takes my mind out of my depressive haze. So that's sort of why I love music even more lately. Nothing has really happened with me this week interesting at all, except for my depressive haze and helping my mum step into the technology world. That has also really been my week this week, and it is sucked. But the good news is I have dealt with some of the issues that I have not dealt with in 17 years, which makes me sound really old when I say 17 years, but 17 years ago I was 3, so that is why, but it still makes me feel really ancient when I say, oh, 17 years ago I was this age. It's weird for me to think that 17 years ago, there was a 17 years ago me, and I'm getting older, unfortunately. But yeah, not a very interesting week for me at all, so this is probably not a very interesting vlog for you guys. I'm hoping that when I go to therapy again next week, that when I come out of that session, obviously we'll be talking more about what we talked about last time, that I feel better and that I don't feel like my life is a shamble and everything's a mess and I'm just a walking zombie. Because it's hard getting stuff done when, or even just being present in your own life is hard when you don't even know what to think or how to deal with all these emotions crashing your mind at that second. I really want to thank a few of you guys who noticed that I wasn't doing well this week, whether it was through my Instagram, my Twitter, or the Facebook post that I posted on the page. Some of you guys came forward and talked to me and made my day a hell of a lot better. And one lovely girl named Leah even sent me this huge email full of inspirational quotes, and I love them, and I've still got them all on my phone, and I read through them, and it really did brighten up a crappy week. So thank you guys, because it really does mean a lot when I have people to turn to when I feel like not even a person anymore. So it really did help a lot to keep me going. So after this really random and rubbish vlog, I just want to remind you guys to keep going. And even if you keep going as a walking zombie like I have been this week, you're still going and you'll eventually snap out of it. But honestly, just keep going. If a whirlwind of emotions is crowding you and evading your mind, then find an outlet, whether it will be screaming into a pillow, whether it be watching YouTubers, whether it be listening to music, watching TV, talking to somebody, whether it be drawing, writing, running, whatever you do, find an outlet where you can escape your own head, even if it's just for a few minutes, because those few minutes will make such a big difference. For me, it was watching Tom Fletcher on YouTube and some other YouTubers that I love, but that video that Tom did really did help snap me out of this phase and get me inspired to start living life as a real person, not a walking zombie again. So I also want to thank everybody for your continuous support. It really does. It still amazes me today that this crazy little idea that I had in my head has somehow emerged into this amazing support group, and I love being a part of it. If you want to see what I get up to during the week between the videos, all the links for my social media and is all down below, and the Sprinkle of Courage links are also down below as well. So I will see you guys very soon. Bye.